The offense back. First drive, we'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out of extra emotion. So now they get a chance.
There he goes, left side. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first and goal, Dixon. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. He was second and goal from inside the 5.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
Jameer Elson. And that ball is caught. Brooklyn Huskers touchdown. Paxton Carter there to make the grab. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out is the Oklahoma offense ready for their next drive. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. On the crossing route, complete. It's Mason. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Sooner touchdown. Jamon Mason, 40 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Well, we discussed how important it was going to be for this quarterback to get off to a hot start. Well, he has done that. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Huskers 7.
Now following the touchdown, the Sooners get ready to kick this off. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Stand 10. At their own.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Delayed give to Foster. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down.
At the 19-yard line.
And they'll try to run the option here. And they'll corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. And he is in. Touchdown Sooners. It's that quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Sooners add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down now, it's Dixon. The ball's out, and this will be scooped up by the defense.
The running back, the ball carrier.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you're trying to protect it,
take this into the end zone for a Sooner touchdown. Mac Edwards with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Sooners add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Sooners 29, Cornhuskers 7.
Now following the touchdown, the Sooners get ready to kick this off. It's a short kick taken up beyond the 20. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Huskers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Dixon running from the shotgun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Returnable for Thomas. Gets around him. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Sooner offense back out, ready for their next possession. He's going to fire one deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Sooner touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Sooners add on to their lead. What a game that he has had throwing the football now. 4 touchdown passes. This offense playing at a very high level. I'll tell you what, he is going to be filling up your social media timeline tonight. Now following the touchdown, the Sooners get ready to kick this off. It's a short and a loose football. And this is picked up by the defense.
Recovered by the Sooners.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Sooner touchdown. Jamon Mason racing. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Wow, I mean, you talk about a guy catching absolute fire. That is now 5 first-half touchdown passes.
And partner, we haven't even hit halftime yet. I think this performance that we've seen thus far, there should be no question that he should stay under center the entire game. I know, we're talking about Coach O'Brien here, and he may want to make a change, but I don't see it in this case. I see him staying with the hot hand. He's made the right decision before the game even started by handing him the ball. I think he'll let him play it out.
A first down carry for Foster. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Lynch will get that complete to the tight end, Harris.
Lynch's pass complete to Mitchell.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to...
Lynch fighting, but he lost the football.
Quarterback is sacked.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Very good return that. 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And we'll go down the number for getting this inside the 30. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run here with Stewart. A little track jump. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And the Sooners, without Tommy Matthews playing in the first half, they are rolling at intermission here in Arlington. The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Out is the Oklahoma offense ready for their next drive. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Sooner touchdown. Mac Edwards, 73 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I don't know what else to say at this point. Just an unbelievable performance. 6 touchdown passes. And you think about these guys we said rotated in and out of the lineup all season. But right now, he looks as if he's had a zillion starts out there. He has been on point all game long. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Lynch. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Grant.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. from the shotgun. It's Lynch. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
It looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Returnable for Thomas. Fights him off. Still on his feet. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Eluding the pressure right. Going, and this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy game for him.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another first down. This time on a gain of 19.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield. And
that is caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Mac Edwards there to make the grab. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, folks, this is just getting ridiculous now. 7 touchdown passes. He is no doubt making up for lost time, putting an entire year of stats essentially into one football game. And by the way, those 7 touchdown passes, a college football playoff record. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. And he loses the football the second time. It's going to be away. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. 20! And he will take this one in for a touchdown. How about that? Their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. It's a short. Oh, my goodness, he loses it again. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way.
Recovered by the Sooners.
And careless with a football there on the
kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more.
Huskers 7.
Now following the touchdown, the Sooners get ready to kick this off. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
I like it, though, because you're exactly right. All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word. I just can't use it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now a pass hauled in downfield, and they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the gun, Lynch. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the second half. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Lynch. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
A shotgun handoff now. Foster. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there? There's so much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
2nd and 7.
Thomas barreling ahead. He's got daylight.
Bring it!
And he is in. Touchdown Sooners. A great effort there. 60 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be Lynch fighting, and he lost the football.
This will be scooped up by the defense. Oh, that's the way to go. He's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. It's a short kick. And a loose football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving
So
team.
a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
Tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really going on.
And he's in. Touchdown Sooners. Their mobile quarterback. 34 yards. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10. At their own.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off at his own 46.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, first down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a second and long. On the move to his left. Going deep here for Grant. And that is caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Lynch.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Carter
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
brings up 3rd and 11.
This is Foster. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
The Nebraska punter out there now.
He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Here's Thomas on the return. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Sooner offense back out, ready for their next possession. They'll try and grind some clock. It's Stewart. It's a room to maneuver. Stewart shelling through. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They went with a nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big on for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving. From the shotgun, it's Stewart.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Oklahoma now with a 1st and 10. Stewart. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Here's the option.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And they will take a knee here.
What a great start for this junior quarterback as they get the victory here in the College Football Kickoff Classic.
You all right? I'll be fine. I was you last week. I know exactly.
We crown a champion tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara for the College Football Playoff National Championship game, as we'll see the LSU Tigers taking on the Oklahoma Sooners. The pressure perhaps getting to this young Sooner quarterback as they trail at the break. Who's going to celebrate as national champions? 2 quarters to find out as we get set for the final half of the college football season. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Out is the Oklahoma offense ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Here's 1st and 10 for the Sooners.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Sooners have jumped out in front.
After the departure of Tommy Matthews at the half, the offense able to regroup and put the football in the end zone.
Yeah, that's something they couldn't accomplish in the first 2 quarters of this game. So finally, finding their way downfield. I think Coach Red O'Brien, he hadn't shown a preference for either quarterback. But this kid who's out there right now, one thing we know about him, he's a fighter.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I was just going to say that, Charles. He's a fighter, and he does have plenty of upside. We know that he can lead. You and I, sitting with him this week, didn't you just see a guy who could step into any locker room and control the presence of his teammates?
Well, I just remember when we left that room, he said 2 things to me. I think this kid's going to be poised under pressure, and to me, he's a natural leader, and I concur with both of those statements.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
The tackle made.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Now 3rd and 5.
From the gun, Thomas. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
The 3rd down pass.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough,
and that is caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Jermon Mason there to make the grab. And the Sooners add on to their lead.
Well, since he's coming to the game at quarterback, 2 trips into the end zone, and this offense starting to look remarkably relaxed.
I love that description because it's evident to me, it's evident to everyone watching, and now everyone's getting the memo. He's not a backup. He's played just as much as Matthews has this season.
Yeah, that's the thing, Charles. There's the old adage of if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. Well, I think they're just...
Now a hit and a loose football. Still going inside the 30. And this is picked up by the defense. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he trucked him. And he'll take this into 28 yards. And the Sooners add on to their lead.
Remember, Charles, with Tommy Matthews under center, they weren't able to get the ball into the end zone. They had a single field goal, but he exits the game at half. And this offense since then, they've been on fire. That's the 3rd touchdown in this 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm sorry I jumped in there on you there, partner, but you're exactly right. I was thinking the same thing you were. On fire. 3rd touchdown in the 2nd half. He's taking his offense and squarely put it on his back, and he is actually carrying them, and what they believe, to the national championship podium.
Well, time will tell if they will be on that podium and hoisting that trophy.
They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 30.
On 2nd and 12. Thomas. And boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Sooner offense back out, ready for their next possession. They'll roll him out right. Going. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Mac Edwards. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Sooners add on to their lead. And man, Charles, talking about singing something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line.
LSU takes over 1st and 10. At their own 32-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, joint.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 44.
The 1st down pass.
So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game.
And he is in. Touchdown Sooners. Their mobile, agile quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And this offense continues to pour it on. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Now a hit and a loose football. Look at him go inside the 30. It's going the other way.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by the Sooners.
And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma. A 16-yard touchdown. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, sings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Now following the touchdown, the Sooners get ready to kick this off. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
7-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter. On 1st down, Thomas. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Going deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
In the end zone.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards, the final tally.
The 3-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Jamon Mason there to make the grab. And this offense is running away with this one. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over with the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Sooners.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Now following the touchdown, the Sooners get ready to kick this off. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way.
Quarterback sack.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Their mobile quarterback doing it himself from 9 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And there will be a break in the action here. They're going to take a timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Thomas now on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
Operating from the gun, Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
39-yard line.
On the run, it's Kelly. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Thomas. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, it's Kelly. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
For another LSU first down.
Thomas on first down.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, Thomas. And he's got Bennett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the gun, Thomas, and caught. This is Bennett, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. The quick slant caught. And he will take this in. Touchdown LSU. From 10 yards out. And his guys are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Point after, right down the middle. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 30.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll buy some time right. That's into the hands of Edwards. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. They'll run on first down. Thomas. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Tonight,
they changed quarterbacks at half and did not miss a beat. Here they are, your national champions. And celebration time on that sideline. It took a change in quarterback. His thoughts will turn to the condition of Tommy Matthews. But for now, jubilation as they are the national champions.
Well, Tommy's injury certainly was a setback.
I think there's only one individual.
Hey, man. Promise me one thing.
Anything.
That you'll come back next year and make it win the championship together.
Next year? Let's just focus on getting you healthy. One day at a time, right? How could you possibly make that decision after the title game? Is Tommy even going to be able to play?
Yeah, I spoke with his doctor. Valve replacement surgery was great. He's going to be right as rain.
I just don't understand.
I know this is hard for you. It's hard for you to process, and I hope you believe me when I say that I take no joy in making this decision, but I stand firmly behind it because, frankly, Tommy's a better fit for the offense.
Well, what does this mean for me?
Well, it means that you are at a monumental crossroads in your life, and you've got two choices. You can enter the draft, and based on what you did last year, I'd say you'd be lucky to get picked in the 3rd round. But realistically, you're looking at a late-round selection, if at all.
Jeez, don't sugarcoat it for me.
Well, I'm trying to be open and honest with you from this moment forward. I'm giving it to you as I would my own beloved son.
And my other choice?
Well, the way I see it, you got too much raw athleticism to waste sitting on the bench. Your talent is a true gift. And it's one that I'm going to give you the opportunity to show it to the world.
And how's that?
You get to pick a new position on offense and get your heartbreak kids thing going back again.
I appreciate the faith, Coach, but if I'm gonna play QB at the next level, seems like leaving now is my only shot.
That's probably true.
So, the NFL... Combine. I spent so much time preparing for it, but some things you can't ever really say you're ready for. That's how the week felt to me. Oh, no. And I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but they're a little damp. They're like really damp. Did you go swimming in these?
Thought you said you were a fan. If you were, then you'd know I just ran my annual Run Rich Run 40 for charity.
Right. How'd it go?
Let's just say my days of keeping up with Saquon Barkley are behind me. Maybe you'll fare better than I did out there.
What was your time?
5.98, baby.
Well, I can't do any worse. I've seen statues move faster than that.
All right, well, I want you to go out there and post a time of at least 4.6. Think you could swing? Welcome to another exciting edition of the NFL Scouting Combine. I'm Rich Eisen, and I'll be your tour guide as we meet the next crop of elite NFL talent. We're going to start things off with my personal favorite, the event that can break the spirit of any man, the 40-yard dash. First up, we've got one half of America's darlings, the Heartbreak Kids, an intriguing draft prospect to say the least. We'll see him up next for the skills portion of this year's NFL Scouting Combine.
Okay. Set up. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Let go. Woo. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Woo. There we go. There we go. Okay, ready? Okay. Well done. Yeah. Go. Well done. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Yes. Yeah. Take off 70. Ready? Go. Yeah. Got that. Ready? 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 You're better than this. Ready, set. Set up. Push through. Let's go now. 7, go. Yeah. 10. Let go. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Woo. Come on, let's finish strong.
Well, today had a little bit of it all. Select few guys who may have just cemented their place as one of the top picks in the upcoming NFL Draft. Until next time, I'm Rich Eisen. Welcome to the 2020 NFL Draft. Sure, the experts have done 2.7. And we're back in the 4th round of the draft. The talent herd is beginning to thin, but there are still some real studs out there.
Hey, this is the offensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys. How you feeling right now?
Oh, everything's great, Coach.
Well, look, son, we've been following you for quite some time, and we believe you could be an integral part of this team.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I can't tell you how much this means to me. And I'm ready to do whatever it takes to show you I'm worth your pick.
What a phenomenal pick.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah,
This is the player. This is your development trait. Superstar.
with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. Yeah. Then I hit that. Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this.